When people first came to Alpha Centauri, in the very earliest days of humanity's foray to the stars, they came in the form of scientific teams of travellers. Tiny starships braving the vastness of the interstellar void. This was long before vicious conflict broke out between the inhabitants of those far-flung worlds. And the Machiavellian schemes of the great trading empires that followed. In those days, long ago, almost nothing was known of the wide expanses between the heavens. The exchange of knowledge fostered by those early pioneers and their Alphan hosts was to be some of the most momentous in all of human history. In the halls of Urgota, the majestic capital city of that alien world, the travellers were regaled with grand stories and creation myths. Elaborate cultures and civil engineering, science, mathematics, and a history spanning 10,000 years. Faced with the elaborate rising and fall of Alphan civilization, those travellers were hard-pressed to record it all. And yet, they did, exchanging all we know of human history in the process. In this way, Gilgamesh and Arthur, Hiawatha and Hitler, made their way into the libraries of an arid red world baked in the orbit of a distant sun. But above all else, one aspect of Alphan history stood out to those travellers from Earth. It is impossible to convey the overwhelming impact that the city ships of Alpha have on those who view them for the first time. Far out into the deepest desert reaches of Alpha 1, these immense Leviathan metropolises dominate the horizon. Though featuring prominently in almost every aspect of Alphan myth and history, their age, purpose, and actual links to the rest of the world remain entirely unknown. There has never been any successful communication with their occupants, despite innumerable attempts. And they are protected from any approach by protective shields. Most astonishing of all, every now and again, one will rise up into the red sky to land on another platform, similarly shrouded in mystery throughout the desert. Their entirely unpredictable movements, spurred on by unknowable plans. Still to this day, many hundreds of years later, despite the attempts of the greatest scientific minds of the known universe, no contact has ever been made. And the city ships of Alpha continue their unknowable schemes. This is the universe of the Terran Trade Authority. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and join us on our journey to uncover the greatest mysteries of human space. After the signing of the initial trade agreements of 2039, when those very earliest human travellers first ventured out into the deserts of Alpha, finally able to travel freely from the confines of Urgota, they very quickly made several important observations. The city ships weren't just the greatest technological marvels of Alpha, but in the entirety of known space. A title that is yet to be surpassed. Three of these great megalithic constructions exist, and eerily all evidence suggests them to be inhabited. Yet, by all accounts, the citizens of these utterly alien metropolises have seemingly never participated in the evolution of other life on the planet, always remaining within the perimeters of this otherwise lifeless region. Nevertheless, their very presence did have an effect. As soon as they were discovered by very early Alphan explorers, they were inevitably regarded as the seats of deities, becoming the focus of several global religions, and still prominent today. Down the centuries of Alphan history, many attempts have been made to land on the upper surfaces of the platforms, standing many kilometres above the desert, but all have failed. Halted by an unknown field of energy. The most remarkable and nearly inconceivable aspects of the cities is that they are capable of flight. Every few years, one will rise from its cyclopean pedestal to effortlessly glide across the thin atmosphere to another. The columns are scattered throughout the desert in a seemingly random fashion, 1,000 miles or so apart. Entire schools of thought and science have developed to try and unlock the mysteries of these movements. Yet, no consensus or pattern has ever emerged. The only concrete facts arrived at by both Earth scientists and Alphan is that the city ships represent a level of technological advancement only dreamed of by other races. The sheer power required to move such constructions is enormous, their flight seeming to rely on some kind of gravity-resistant process that cannot be explained by the laws of the universe as they are currently understood. Seismographic surveys have revealed that the columns are made of solid matter, though what material was used to make them remains a complete mystery. The temperature too around the cities does not fluctuate from that of the desert. They are almost invisible from this point of view. But why are they visible at all? Surely the power of these strangers could extend to invisibility. Their very solid appearance, bold and confident in the desert heat, only adds further to the mystery. Most recently, Earth scientists have begun to delve into our own speculations about the true nature of the city ships. One commonly held view being that they house the ancestors of all humanoid races, quietly sitting back to observe the evolution of their progeny. To this day, some 3 centuries after humans first laid eyes upon them, the city ships exist as awe-inspiring enigmas. having a profound and humbling effect on all who view them. Only time will tell whether we shall eventually be allowed contact with whatever intelligence exists within these impossibly unknowable objects. You've been watching Sci-Fi Hub. Don't forget to subscribe for lore from all your favourite sci-fi and fantasy universes, and some you may never have heard of.